What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is day 13 of me uploading every day for the rest of my life, and I just have to say I'm in a really good mood today. I'm in a really good mood. Okay, I was going to make a video, I was going to talk about this, and I was going to do like a lay it Omni kind of version, but I was in such a good mood. I was like, no, I need to appear on camera. I need to talk to you guys and see you guys face to face to say good morning, and I hope you're having a great week. I'm in a good mood, and it has nothing to do with the topic of this video. I just feel good. That's it. That's all there is to it. I think I'm in a good mood because I'm almost at the 2-week mark of uploading every day for the rest of my life, and I put that on God, like on God, and look at us now.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about the largest beating I have ever seen take place on the internet. In terms of just like the internet and people just getting bashed and destroyed for bad takes and bad opinions, what I saw that happened about 2 days ago was, that Simpsons meme where the kid yells like, hey, like stop it, he's already dead, because he's getting, I have never seen such obliteration, such a massacre, such a public hanging of a person on the internet from like celebrities. These aren't just nobodies. This dude's not being canceled. Remember I was talking about cancel in my other video? There's two types of cancels. There's Twitter cancel. Twitter cancel is you just get canceled. You didn't do anything, but Twitter just wants to cancel you. The other type of cancel is cancel. And in this video, the guy canceled himself. He got canceled. He came out there. He said something completely whack, completely stupid. And now, man, let me show you. Basically, there's a guy by the name of Alex Hutchison. He has a checkmark verification name on Twitter, so he must be a legit. I'm being sarcastic. He's probably an ass. And yeah, and it might have been hands down one of the worst gaming takes ever made, at least from what I've seen in this year. Not even exaggerating, okay? He started the tweet with this. At bang bang click, streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they used music they didn't pay for should be more worried by the fact that they're streaming games they didn't pay for as well. It's all gone as soon as publishers decide to enforce it. Now guys, if you don't know what he's talking about, don't worry about it. I'll explain it to you. If you did not know, recently this week, a bunch of Twitch streamers have basically been deleting all their VODs and all their clips. Every single thing that they have streamed for the entirety of their career, they have deleted it. It's gone. And the reason why they've deleted it is because recently Twitch sent out some emails basically talking about DMCA, okay? Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Basically, they're getting down on people who play music in their games. So, me playing games on Twitch, and I might have like, something in the background, some game play music, but it might be copyrighted. So Twitch basically sent out an email and said, yo, if we find this in your library, then you might get your channel taken down, or you might get some strikes. Something bad might happen to you. So there's been this huge wave, this huge movement of everyone just deleting their entire library. It really sucks. I know about it. I mean, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm a streamer as well. Like, I've done it as well. I didn't get that email, so I hope I'm safe. But anyway, that's what went down. It's basically what they already do on YouTube, except for YouTube kind of polices it on every video you upload. Twitch was a lot more relaxed with what you played. Sometimes you would get muted clips in your VODs or your clips, but yeah, what this tweet is basically saying is that not only are you supposed to purchase the game itself, the physical copy or the digital copy, the $60, but you also need to be purchasing for the license to stream it. So he's suggesting that you need to pay twice. Once to play the game on your own, and then once again as a license so that you have the permission to stream it, which is a terrible take, but we'll go over that in a second, okay? This isn't even the worst tweet, okay? This is just the beginner, okay? This is just babies. Like, if he stopped right here, he might have gotten away with an unscathed, like, cancel. Like, it wouldn't have been like the cancel. He would have just been like, all right, that dude is stupid, let's move on. But no, the second tweet is where he buries himself. He follows up with, the real truth is the streamers should be paying the developers and publishers of the games they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content they use. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you get canceled, okay? This is it. This is basically what it is. You double down on a terrible take with an even worse take, and you tell people in the middle of a crisis of an economic recession that they need to be spending more money to big business in order for them to profit. Like, they're saying, look, you want to stream games on Twitch? All right, buy the game and then buy the license. Just spend more money on big business. And It's so bad. It's so bad for so many reasons. The concept that he's talking about is the concept that it's actually not too foreign. Like sometimes you would have to buy a license to stream music on your stream, maybe. Like that's probably an exception. Or this is what businesses do. Like they will buy the licenses for certain games to do certain things with their own products. However, this doesn't work the other way around when it comes to us and streamers and marketers. It doesn't work that way. Okay, us consumers, we actually give more profit to these big companies by us playing their games. Okay, let me explain. This isn't a hard concept to understand. Let's look at 3 games that have basically been taken off for the past couple of months. We have Fall Guys, okay, which has definitely declined in viewership simply just because people stopped streaming it. And the reason why people stopped streaming it is because people started playing Among Us. Now, if you didn't know, Among Us did not come out this year. Among Us, I think, came out in 2018. It's an old game. The game was done and the developers were already working on Among Us 2, a sequel. And the game got popular because streamers decided to start streaming it. So it's like if I created a product, the product was done, and the streamers were like, you know what, actually, this product is tight. Let's put it out there. And now millions and millions of people play Fall Guys. The AOC just got finished playing Fall Guys. And this is all thanks to streamers, okay? So that's the power and the influence of streamers. It's so powerful that the exposure to this game made it so that they canceled the sequel so that they would just keep playing the same game. So basically the amount of money and exposure that we give back to these guys, and we've already paid for their games, by the way, that we give back by streaming it is huge, okay? You take SQC, you take Pokimane, if they decided to stream a game that no one has played and they somehow make it fun, guess what? They can give that company millions and millions of dollars of revenue just by playing it. And that's why gaming companies reach out to us, okay? They reach out to us as creators, as content creators, and they say, hey, can you play this game on stream for us? We will pay you XYZ amount of dollars. Or hey, can you run an ad for Shadow Raid Legends? Okay, can you put it on your video? Can you market it? Can you advertise it? Because they know how much money and power and influence that they can get based on us as content creators. So what he's establishing is saying is that instead of us making money for giving big companies free money, we should be paying them to also give them more money. It's ridiculous. And we're going to look at some of the replies and the tweets. Everyone knows it's ridiculous. Guys, as you can see, 18,000 quote retweets. All right. This man, I've never seen a ratio this terrible. I have never seen a ratio this terrible. Okay, so let's look at this really fast. So this basically turned into a ratio war where every single big content creator has just come into the thread and tried to ratio him. Ratio, if you don't know, is like if I made a tweet, right? And it was a bad tweet or something, and it has like 5 likes on it. A ratio is someone comes in and replies to it and gets like 1,000 likes or 10,000 likes. So basically, when you have more likes and engagement on a tweet, that's a reply or a quote retweet to the original tweet. That's what it's called, me getting ratio. It's basically getting dunked on the internet. Pokimane tweeted, reply tweet, just to further ratio you, LMAO. Ethan Klein, aka H3 Productions, came in and said he's here for the ratio as well. My boy Nux Taku is in the thread. God, I love Nux Taku, by the way. If you guys don't watch Nux Taku, I'm just going to give him a shout out. He's one of the few guys that I've been watching recently. I really like his content. He makes a lot of high quality content consistently. I don't know how he does it, but I'm gonna learn. But yeah, this is just hilarious. The absolute irony of a Google employee trying to make a point about licensing and paying for content. I wonder who that's for. Mr. Beast came in and said, can I jump in and also ratio? Can we also ratio with my reply to ratio attempt? And then he kept ratioing him with more ratio. Publishers will never punish streamers for playing their games because they know it gives them more growth and exposure. Someone else tweeted, now we see why Stadia is where it is right now. How is Stadia doing? LMAO. I think most publishers understand the benefit of free publicity. I don't think Minecraft, Fortnite, Fall Guys, and Among Us would have been near as successful as they've been without streamers encouraging their products. Publishers who enforce a license will lose this advantage. Matt Oben said, what a cool non-dirtbag take from the publisher of maybe the most underwhelming platform ever. Now, this guy guy says, wow. Anyway, guys, the art he uses as the banner is by me. No, he didn't ask for my permission or give me credit for the art. He did crop out my watermark though, which is very appreciative of him. Voyboy tweeted, imagine league streamers of this guy's dystopian future have to pay Riot dollars by the hour for sitting in queue for 30 minutes, 10 dodge lobbies, and then getting griefed by Smite Pike running it down mid. My boy Mudohar said, creative director for soon-to-be dead Google Stadia doesn't understand the sales effect that video game streaming has brought to the market. Now, okay, I forgot to mention this, but if you guys weren't aware, this was basically his original profile picture. Okay, it said Alex Hutchison. He had this picture in the background that was basically stolen, copyrighted, and it says creative director at Google Stadia. Okay, if you guys don't know what Google Stadia is, I don't blame you, because Google Stadia is just kind of weird concept in general, but it's basically a system that you can play. It's like a way you can play video games, but through cloud. Okay, it's like cloud-based gaming. So you know how you can access like Google Chrome on your browser? Well, you would also be able to access Google Stadia through the same browser and basically be able to stream and play games through the cloud. Now, it came out a long time ago and it completely flopped because it was absolutely garbage. The game library was garbage. But more worse, the actual gameplay itself was terrible. There was this lag test when people would try to press buttons for Google Stadia just to see how it works. Like press a button and you would press X and then you wouldn't be able to jump until like 3 or 4 or 5 seconds later. It's completely garbage. It completely flopped. So for him, this guy coming out with an opinion on the basis of saying that he's from Google Stadia just makes Google Stadia look even worse. Google Stadia was already doomed to fail, but now that this guy has come in and said this, he has just basically he's basically destroyed Google Stadia's reputation forever. At least he should have, but come to find out, this guy wasn't even a creative director for Google Stadia. He was let me see his new profile picture. Let's look at his new updated description, because this guy was a fraud and a phony. Like, not only did he say dumb things, but he misrepresented himself. Let's look at it. It now says creative director at SG&E Montreal studio. He also said, he added at the end of this thing, all opinions my own. Now, my guess is that well, first of all, it looks like he still has that same profile, that banner up there that it wasn't supposed to be used, that was copyrighted. So there's that. So he's still an ass for that. He basically lied about working for Google Stadia, but at the same time, because he represented himself as Google Stadia, he completely destroyed and tarnished the entirety record of it. Now, I don't know what SG&E Montreal Studio is, so I want to do a little bit of research really fast. I'm pretty sure it has something to do closely resembling to Google Stadia. Let's find out really fast. All right, so I found this Reddit post. It basically says he also changed the creative editor at Stadia to creative director at SG&E Montreal Studio, which stands for Stadia Games and Entertainment. But this leads me to 2 more things that I want to mention, by the way, and then we'll wrap up this video, okay? It got to the point where Google itself had to distance itself from Alex, basically to be like, hey, we don't represent this guy, okay? It said a Google spokesperson provided a statement to 9 to 5 Google. The recent tweets by Alex Hutchison, creative director at the Montreal studio of Stadia Games and Entertainment, do not reflect those of Stadia, YouTube, or Google. Wiz, who's the global head of gaming at YouTube, he basically tweeted, we believe that publishers and creators have a wonderful symbiotic relationship that has allowed a thriving ecosystem to be created, one that has mutually benefited everyone. YouTube is focused on creating value for creators, publishers, and users. All ships rise when we work together. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the entire fiasco in a nutshell. Okay, if you, I'm surprised he didn't delete the tweets. You know what? I got to give it to him. I got to give it to the guy. Most people would have tapped out a long time ago. Most people would have either doubled or tripled down, and then they would have deleted their tweet, or they would have done an apology tweet. I don't know if he just gave up. I don't know what's going on with him, but I imagine there's probably a lot of legal repercussions for him basically misrepresenting Google Stadia in the first place. But yeah, that's the entire nutshell thing that happened. If you go to the actual tweet, you will see tons and tons of people dunking. It's too much. It's too much energy. I didn't realize that a person could get this destroyed on the internet. And basically, that's just what happens when you mess with gamers, okay? You mess with gamers, this is it, okay? I keep trying to tell people, when I make videos on this all the time. Every time people try to mess with the gaming community, they get destroyed, they get exposed. Like politics, it doesn't matter who you are, bro. You come into us and you disrespect us, you die. That's just it. It's GG's, bro. Well played. So Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you guys think about this whole fiasco, this whole situation, okay? Again, I wanted to come up here. I wanted to talk to you guys live because I just had a good day. This had nothing to do with it, but I'm also kind of excited to talk about this. Watching a guy with a terrible, bad take that would potentially harm the entire gaming economy just would destroy. The problem with these kind of tweets, by the way, it's not bad for you to like have an opinion on these kind of things. That's not the bad thing. The bad thing is sometimes when you put this kind of energy into the world and you give big businesses these ideas to basically somehow capitalize on consumers even further. Like let's figure out a way to make the rich even more richer and make the poor even more poor. When you come up with these capitalist ideas that will just destroy the ecosystem for no reason, by the way, we already have a system that's working just fine. But hey, let's throw a gear in the thing to make things worse for us and better for the people who are already doing better. It's doo-doo. And I think this kind of response and angry call needs to be done, because if anyone did have this idea, it's done. Okay. If there was any gaming company who was like, you know what, I'm going to release it, I'm going to make games where you have to get a license to stream, we would absolutely poop on that game. We would make sure that game would just die. It would no longer exist. We wouldn't play it. We wouldn't give it an exposure. It would be a done deal. And that's basically the wave and the hatred of here. That just shows how we won't allow it. And it just shows how strong we are when we're united. So that was some good stuff. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. If you made it this far into the video, leave a like. If you guys like it when I review news and topics with this kind of energy and this kind of format, let me know. I think today's video is going to be pretty long, but I think it was also pretty fun as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good one. Drink your water. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Peace.